What's up, CEOs? I hope everything is going well in your life. It's been a minute since we've been here, but if you're watching this now, then type replay so I know you're watching the replay as we wait for people to come in. I'm hoping everything is working okay with this live video. It's been a minute, it feels like, that I've done a live video, but hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? And we can get going with this auto dealer startup training video about the Dealer Center Workshop. Okay, so for those who don't know me, I'm Shamel Leonard and I'm a licensed dealer, and I started out in an office, and it was rough, right? It was a lot going on, and I really didn't know what I was doing, and I tried a lot of things, and I lost a lot of money in the process. And I remember in desperation being like, why is there not an auto dealer business school to help me to put everything in place, like to give me the steps to to get this dealership up and going, right? Even though I started in an office, if you're in an office, you still have a dealership and you're still building a business. Hey, good morning, Linda. What's up? So then I started the Auto Dealer Business School because I realized that it's needed. And Auto Dealer Business School is focused on the beginning auto dealer startups, because that's the people who need the most help. And as I was going around to these conferences and these workshops and in these different places and spaces that supposedly help auto dealers, everything they had was geared towards bigger auto dealers with bigger budgets, sold more cars, etc. And I just really couldn't take the advice and apply it in my business. So Auto Dealer Business School gives you the advice to apply in your business that will work in your business that has a smaller budget to work with, right? Good morning, Corvette D. What's up? So yeah, so that's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing. And Auto Dealer Business School is growing. And to be honest, it's time. I have tested certain things that I wasn't sure if it would work for everyone or what really was the plan for everyone. I just knew what worked for me. But now I've tested some things. Some people have gotten results and are still getting results as long as they do the work. And I'm ready to grow it. And so it is growing. And part of that is, I was a speaker last year at the NADA conference, which is National Auto Dealers Association, right? And then this year at the Dealer Center Workshop, I was invited to say a couple of things about the Auto Dealer Business School, as well as form a partnership with them. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. But before I start that, I do have an announcement, because the Auto Dealer Business School has a sales push challenge starting soon. And what the sales push challenge is, okay, is really for the beginning auto dealer who is struggling to kind of like get up and going, to build momentum, to get all the operations together so that you can buy and sell the number of cars you need to buy and sell consistently, right? So we have a sales push challenge coming soon, and I have opened it up to everybody, but you have to be a licensed dealer, and there's some other stipulations. So I'll put the link in the description so that you can join and get your dealership up and going, okay? So let me talk a little bit about Dealer Center. It is a dealer management software, which a lot of people refer to as a DMS, dealer management software, right? Dealer management software is what they do is they automate a lot of the back office operations so that you aren't working as much and doing all the things, right? And what I mean by the back office operations, for example, when you have a sale, you don't have to fill out each sales paperwork with the vehicle information and the customer information. Your dealer management software will merge those details into all the documents and print them all off for you, okay? Just as an example, as well as doing like a ton of other things. One of the things that I did right in my business, and I am going to do a video on all the things that I did right in the very beginning soon. But one of the things I did right was I started out using a DMS software. Now I used a different DMS software because honestly with Dealer Center, I couldn't get down with their pricing. I didn't understand what all the add-ons were. And I was like, what do I need? Can you just give me what I need, right? So this second time around, with building up my dealership, I have decided to go with Dealer Center because I transitioned to Mac computers, and the DMS I was using before wasn't compatible with Apple products. So I had to find another solution. So I looked at Dealer Center and I was like, oh, I guess I need to really find this out. But now that I have experience, I can understand more about this price. And so I dove in and I love it. It's really great. It does a lot of the stuff. And I want to share with you some of the tips that I got from the workshop. So I went to the workshop, said a couple of things about Auto Dealer Business School, but the workshop was about Dealer Center and Westlake, and some of their other partners were there to help you to use some of their products to sell more cars and make more money. That's the whole point, right? Sell more cars, make more money. And it was helpful to go to the workshop because people call me a Dealer Center expert in the Auto Dealer Business School. And every time they say that, I'm like, I mean, you know, I know how to use it, but I think I get better and better going to things like I went to the Dealer Center workshop. I talked to my rep at Dealer Center. Like I ask questions, I try to figure things out, right? And that's what this workshop helped to do. Okay, so they went through like all of their little their presentation basically. But what the Dealer Center software helps you to do is they help you with vehicle acquisitions. Like they had this whole little presentation up on the board, right? And it's like vehicle acquisitions, inventory management, digital marketing, customer management, lender and deal management, and post-sale, okay? So I don't have a whole lot of time to go through all of that, so I want to highlight some of the tips that I took from the workshop, and I want to encourage you to join a Dealer Center workshop near you when it comes to you. Stick around the Auto Dealer Business School. I'll let you know when the next one is. Actually, the next one is in August in Nashville, so anyone in Tennessee, join me. I'll be there in August in Nashville at the Dealer Center workshop, okay? So I will let you know when these are. But these are the tips that I'm going to take from the Dealer Center workshop that are going to make me more money and make my operations easier. Okay, so tip number 1 was to e-contract everything. So if you're not familiar with e-contracting, you know, you can sign a contract via email. You get an email, you click, you fill out some paperwork, you sign, you click finish, you send it back, right? So Dealer Center allows you to e-track right in their software. And it is a pay-per-use feature, right? But it is it's a couple of dollars. And you can, finish your contracts via email, right? So I hadn't been e-contracting every customer because I don't know, I guess I just didn't really get into it or didn't really commit to it. But after going to the workshop, I am definitely committing to e-contracting everything, every customer, every car, right? So that's number 1. Any questions about e-contracting, about dealer management softwares, about Dealer Center, about anything? Are you with me? Is this helpful? Do you use Dealer Center already? Do you have a dealer management software? Holla at me, let me know in the comments, okay? So e-contract everything was my first tip. So I got that done, check, all right? The other tip I got was Westlake was there, and I know in the past I haven't talked very highly of Westlake, okay? Only because every time I've tried to send a deal through them, I didn't like the terms, the money that they were trying to pay me on the car, basically, or how much they were charging me to finance the deal, right? So I had a talk with the guy there, and he was telling me that they have changed their program a lot, and they understand that that was one of the complaints. And so they have worked really hard to have a little bit of a better programs for different kind of buyers. Okay, so always the buyers that are highest risk, you know, are going to cost more money, and that's something that I learned as being an auto dealer. But yes, Westlake was there and told me about some new programs that they have. And so I'm going to try using Westlake again to finance my third party finance vehicles. Okay. And I'm going to try, also, there was another resource I got for financing that finances startup dealers, even those who are in an office, possibly. Okay. I still need to call and check, but I got this tip from Dealer Center. So I'm pretty sure that they know what they're talking about. But for those who are looking for third-party financing, there you go. You got Westlake and you got this other bank that I didn't write down right now, but stay tuned and I will definitely make sure I get that information to you. Okay, Linda, haven't been able to e-contract yet because the bank I'm connected with aren't doing e-contracted. Okay, yes, it does. It does require your bank to be connected to e-contracting. What's your bank that you're using? Please let me know. I'll be adding more banks though. I'm missing out right now. Yes, yes. What's the bank you use right now, Linda? Because maybe that'll jog my memory on the other bank that the Dealer Center rep told me about. But anyway, so third party financing is about to get a jump. I'm going to try out the Westlake program and this other bank that is working with startup auto dealers. Okay. So that was that's tip number 2. Third party financing is where the money is at. Like that is really what turned me around. When my business around really was third party financing, ACC and Freeway. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, your bank does have to be e-contracting for sure. Okay, so you can't call them though to see when they're gonna roll that out because lots of people are e-contracting now. Like it's becoming the new norm. Okay, so I would say call them and ask when they're gonna roll that out because as a customer, that's something you need from their product, and you can demand what you need as a customer, right? All right, so that was number 2, third party financing. Number 3, I'm gonna try the Recon Manager. And right before this video went live, I got the email that I'm officially signed up with their Recon Manager. Dealer Center is connected with the Recon company, and I've never used a Recon Manager before. I've just always managed it myself with just like, hey, these are the steps, and go through the process. But what I liked about their Recon Manager when I went through the presentation or the workshop is that they do a lot of stuff that I encourage my auto dealers and the programs to do to sell the cars, right? So I was like, oh, this is kind of like eliminating some of the steps that I would do anyway. So I'm all down for eliminating steps because y'all know I'm on my path to build $1 million dealership. So my focus is automation and minimizing costs, right? So whatever I can use with software, whatever I can get done with software, I prefer to get done because then that means less people have to touch it, right? And then that's less staff needed to make things move forward. So I'm going to try their Recon Manager software. I'm in a trial right now, but I will keep you posted and let you know how it works in selling cars. And I encourage you, if you have Dealer Center, to get a trial and see how it works too. Like you don't have to wait until I try it out. This is how I learned a lot, is I just tried stuff out, right? So yeah, Recon Manager software, okay, that they connect to. It's a third party. It's not Dealer Center, but it's a third party, all right? The fourth thing that I haven't been using my Dealer Center subscription for, that I'm going to start using it for now, is project management, managing different stages of in the inventory, getting from, finding inventory to selling it to post-sale, really, right? So there are certain tasks and you can assign tasks. And this is very helpful for me and my team because I don't like being a micromanager, and I don't like being the one that's like having to always follow up and did you do this, did you do that? But I do that because, hey, it's got to get done, right? And that's what bosses do, right? But I can give other people I think I can manage it better with the project manager. That's all I want to say about that. So entering in the task, and I learned more about how to use it as a project management tool so that people know what they're supposed to do. They do it, they communicate that it's done. I get the communication that it's done, and I'm satisfied with that as long as it's done, right? So yeah, you can use Dealer Center to manage the project of buying a car and selling a car. That's a project, right? So, and then the last thing, any questions? Because I'm running through them because I want to make sure that I don't really make this video too long. But any questions, please let me know about the Recon manager, the project manager, and e-contracting and financing. Any questions? Let me know. And the last thing that I think the workshop really just reminded me of that I forgot about, but this was one of the reasons why I wanted to go with Dealer Center, is their app. So what I'm going to start doing is really using the app for everything. I'm going to run the whole business with the app, really, because the app is just that dynamic. Like, it does a lot of things on the app, right? So when I was with my previous DMS, their app was not hitting it. It was not, right? So I love the apps. I'm gadgets, I'm tech, I'm all that. And went with Dealer Center because I heard about their app, but I hadn't been using it for everything just because I hadn't been in the practice of it, right? Sometimes when you sign up for these softwares and things, you really have to incorporate it into your practice before you're comfortable using it. So that's something that I was reminded of, is to use the app for everything. Meaning, like, you can find vehicles at the auction through the app. You can add vehicles into your inventory from the app. You can add buyers for your vehicles through the app. There's so many things you can do through the app, and that's helpful. And of course, you can give other people different permissions and restrictions, right? So that they can get certain parts of the process done, right? And I love that. So let me just make sure I went through everything. There's one other thing that I wanted to say, because I did talk about pricing, but let me know if you have any questions. Any questions about the app, project management, Recon manager, financing, e-contracting? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Anybody use a DMS already? I still haven't seen that. I think, Linda, you do. I think I'm hearing that you do use one. But anyone else use a DMS? Let me know. So if you're thinking about your DMS, you either don't have a DMS, you're using a DMS, and you're like, this one does not do what I need it to do. And you're thinking about Dealer Center, but when you went on, you were like, oh my God, this is too crazy. I want to explain the pricing and what you absolutely positively need. Okay. So I'm going to describe it in 3 levels. Okay. To just start, you need the DMS, and the DMS is, I want to say, is $60 currently. When this video was live, I want to say that's the price. If that's not the exact price, it's around there. Okay. That is what you absolutely positively need, is just the DMS. Okay. There are all kinds of other add-ons, and you get a 90-day free trial because Auto Dealer Business School is now affiliated with Dealer Center. And because of that relationship, they have allowed my people, y'all, a 90-day free trial. Now, they offer a free trial, but it ain't 90 days. So in 90 days, you can get the opportunity to play around with the DMS, stock vehicles. You can even sell vehicles in that time. Okay, Dealer Center is expensive too, all those add-ins, but you make the money back. Yes, it is expensive. Linda, that was one of the reasons why I was like, I'm not gonna go this route, because all of the add-ins seem to be out of control in a way, right? But now I'm seeing, that's why I wanted to make sure I let everybody know what's the bare minimum that you need. You definitely need the DMS. Like, that's level 1. So we're talking beginner level 1, DMS, okay? And that's how much you'll pay for it, okay? But you get a 90-day free trial, okay? Now, during your free trial, you can have other free trials of stuff. All right. They're really generous because they want you to get familiar with the software. They want you to understand. And I'll put the link for the free trial in the video as well. So I would have to say yes, Michael. I would have to say yes, it's better. I would. And I've used other DMS softwares. I've used 2 others, okay? And this is by far the best. It's convenient and really helpful. Linda, yes, that is what it is. So you use Dealer Center already. Yes. It is like a game changer. Talk about automation. It is awesome. Okay, so let me let me fall back and focus on the trials. So you're gonna get a 90-day free trial of the DMS. Okay, for all intents and purposes, you can have the DMS and be just fine. Okay, but when you get that, you're gonna get a couple of other trials. And so what I would recommend you try out is Max Digital, which Max Digital helps you in pricing your vehicles. And I would recommend you try out JD Power for booking vehicles because Westlake uses the JD Power values. And if you're going to do third-party lending with Westlake, then you want to know the numbers that they use because that's how you're going to best be able to plan your money, okay, and your profit, all right? And then, of course, they have the website, which would be the next add-on after Max Digital and a booking software like JD Power, okay? And then as you grow, you're going to want the CRM, but that's later. And of course, e-contracting is a pay-per-use, right? And then they are connected with AutoCheck, which is also a pay-per-use once you sign up, right? So these are some things you can plan for pay-per-use and you can add them into each deal, right? So let me just say, start with the DMS. And then go through your demo with your rep and get to know how to use. What you really need to know and understand is how to set up your settings, how to enter in your settings, and also how to stock a vehicle and how to sell a vehicle, right? They'll walk you through all of those processes, all right? So hopefully this has been helpful. Has this been helpful? While I wait to see if this has been helpful or not. If it hasn't been helpful, let me know what you wish you would have learned about. I'm going to put in the description the link to the 90-day free trial for licensed dealers. You have to be licensed. You can't not be licensed. You don't get a DMS if you're not licensed, okay? So I'll put a link for the 90-day free trial. I also put a link for you to join the sales challenge. Again, the sales challenge is sales push, and that's exactly what it is, to help you get the momentum you need to get your dealership off the ground and get going, right? You're starting up, you may be selling cars inconsistently, or maybe you haven't even sold your first car. This is a challenge for you. It's time to get what you need to, 1, help all this money you didn't invested pay off, right? And then 2, set up the dealership you dreamed about. Okay, so yeah, the sales challenge is it's a beginner's challenge to help you to jumpstart your sales. All right, so I'll put the link so you can learn more about it. All right, Corvette D, it was helpful. Great. Yes, I need to check out the Max Digital. Yes, check out Max Digital, Linda. Okay, Michael, it's been helpful. Great, great, great. So that's all I have, CEOs. I'll be back next week. I'll also put in the description how you can join me in Nashville at the Next Dealer Center workshop. And if you're in the area, you know, you don't have to be a Tennessee dealer to be there, but calling all Tennessee dealers to the Dealer Center workshop in Nashville, right? But if you're not in Tennessee, but you're close by, drive up, fly up, whatever, but be at the Next Dealer Center workshop so that you can understand how you can use the software better too, all right? All right, so it was good being back. I missed y'all. And as always, I'm praying for your success. But let me tell you this, like prayer alone, it's not going to do it. It's prayer with work. So I'm ready when you are. So let's do the work, all right? I got the plan at the Auto Dealer Business School for beginning auto dealers, for startup auto dealers. So come get it. All right, and I will see you next week. All right, bye.